Hello, my kindergarten artists. This week, friends, we are going to be wrapping up our spring-inspired nesting birds by creating what's called mixed media. Mixed media art is when you use many different types of media or art supplies in one artwork. So let's go get our hands on some different art supplies to help finish up our mixed media spring nesting birds. Last week, artists, we went ahead and built our nests for our birds. So we obviously need that today. And there should be a long piece of white paper in your art folder as well. If you find the piece that is folded, please put that one back. Make sure that this piece of paper is not the one that is super long, my friends. It should be maybe just a little bit longer than your light blue paper. And that's where we're going to put our bird and our eggs today. Now, some birds can be very complicated to draw, so I thought it would be best to break our bird down into some simpler shapes to help us draw it today. For instance, maybe I might start with kind of a semicircle. A semicircle is half of a circle. So I started with a nice straight line, and then under my straight line, I drew the bottom half of a circle. Another way to look at it would be turning it and seeing a capital letter D. So there's my bird's body to start with. I might even go ahead right now and add a small circle for my bird's eye. I can add another semicircle for my bird's wing. The beak is much more pointed, so I might use a shape like a triangle. And then I'll also add the tail. The tail, I'll start with two straight lines, 1 and 2, and then I'll close my 2 lines up with another straight line. And there's my bird today. We're going to go ahead and color our birds in a moment, but first I might also want to add some eggs on my paper. Now, eggs can be either perfect circles or they can also be kind of oval. Some eggs are sometimes narrow at the top and wider at the bottom. So go ahead, draw a few eggs on your paper and don't make them too tiny, friends. Remember, tiny shapes are very hard to cut out. Once I'm done drawing with my pencil, I'm going to go ahead and trace up my lines. And as always, I could use either a black marker or a black crayon. I'm going to speed this step up today, friends. That way you don't have to watch me trace all my lines. But as always, if you need to pause the video here, please do. Now it's time to start thinking about adding some color to my bird. My eggs, I could either leave white or I could color them as well if I want to. Some birds do have colorful eggs, but I don't have to if I don't want to. When it comes to our bird today, my friends, you can pick whatever colors you would like to have on your bird. My example, I made a blue bird. However, there are many other colors of birds as well. I think today I might do some yellow on my bird and maybe some orange as well. So I'll go ahead and use my different colors, and again, I can use both crayons and markers as well today while I'm coloring in my bird and my eggs. Once again, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to speed this part up a little bit, my friends, so that way you can see how my bird and eggs look when I'm finished coloring today. Once again, if you need to pause the video here, please do. Here's the colors that I chose for my bird and my eggs today. Again, as always, artists, you can pick whatever colors you would like to use on your bird and your eggs if you'd like to color them as well. Again, if you don't want to color them, you can leave the eggs white as well. You could also leave parts of your bird white if, for instance, you wanted a white bird today. Once I'm done coloring though, I'll go ahead and grab up my scissors and I'm going to cut out both my bird and my eggs. Make sure, friends, you're very careful as you cut around your bird to not cut off the beak or the tail. If you do accidentally cut them off though, that's okay, because we can glue them back together when we put our bird and eggs in our nest. Once again, I'm going to speed this step up. So here's my bird. I haven't glued it yet. I've got my eggs all nice and round and cut out. Now the great thing about this, my friends, is if I lay my eggs down and I decide, you know what, there is enough blue on my paper, maybe I'll change my mind, I can flip my eggs over and I can have white eggs once again. So that's kind of fun. When I am ready, I'll go ahead and grab out my glue, and again, you can use glue bottle or glue stick, whatever you decide today, friends. And I'm going to get my bird and all of my eggs glued in. Now, one step that I know a lot of friends might think about is also having feet on their bird. Feet are very tricky to cut out, artists. So that's why I have not added my feet yet. I like to go ahead and glue my bird in, and then if I have room below my bird, I will draw feet in using either a black crayon or a black marker. So I could go ahead and add that in right now that I've finished gluing my bird down. So maybe below my bird I'll add 2 legs. Again, I want to think about their legs and their little feet. If you don't want to add this step though, you don't have to, because maybe your bird's feet are tucked under and it's laying down on its eggs. Remember, your bird could be a mom bird or a dad bird, because both will take care of the eggs here and there. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here is my finished spring bird today. Again, artists, your artwork should always look different than mine. Please remember though, whenever we finish an art project, I need to see a photo of your finished work, either on Seesaw or Artsonia. All right, artists, I'm going to go ahead and tweet my BYE today. Have a great rest of your day, friends.